Hi Blender fans, and in this tutorial what we're going to do is actually make a cube just like that turn into a sphere to start with, because I had a question from one of the viewers. He says, I want to put two slits on the top and bottom of a sphere, but I wanted to have some thickness. How would I do it? So here's how. So what we're going to do now is first go into a spanner or wrench, add a modifier, and what we're going to do is add in a modifier, and the modifier is going to be a subdivision surface modifier, just like that. And I'm just going to ramp this up to 3, just like that, and then apply it. So we've now got our sphere, but as you can see, it looks a bit square. So let's just go into edit mode. Make sure that everything's selected. You do that by pressing the A key, and we're going to mesh, and what we're going to do is transform this into a sphere. Now it's subtle, and you can just see it if you look closely, and that's it. We're a perfect sphere. So now let's make the two slits. Now I wanted the two slits to go all the way from top to bottom, so I'm just going to press the 7 key. We're still in edit mode, but we're not in face select, so I'm just going to go into face select, and the next thing we're going to do is go into X-ray toggle up here. And now what we can do is I'm going to use my cursor as my guide, so I'm going to put a slit here. So holding the shift button down, you've got to make sure that everything's deselected first by pressing the A key repeatedly until it goes black like this. Hold the shift down, and I'm just going to actually do that. And as you can see, we've got 3 there, 3 there, but the ones in the middle are not enabled. So let's just do the other side as well, just like that. And as you can see, we've now got the two faces actually selected on both sides, and we'll just delete these faces by pressing the X key, and only face, oh, in fact not just faces. So we've now made our two slits in our ball, but as you can see, they are not yet oval, and the actual guy said he wanted oval holes. And so let's just actually do this, and we'll just add in another modifier, and we'll add in a subsurface modifier again. And what we'll do now is we'll increase this to 3, because I think that looks about right, and then apply this one as well. Now as you can see, our mesh is now getting very, very complex, so we'll reduce the topology, otherwise your machine may crash. So A to select all, go into mesh. In fact, I think we can just do this on a right click. So with everything selected, right click, and we'll unsubdivide, and you get this little box here. And it's at the present it's set, that's 1, that's 2, that's 3, and that's 4. Now I think that's about right for the actual subdivisions I want, because I'm going to actually use this shortly to actually even off the actual rounding edges of my ball. That'll do. So let's go back out of edit mode. I'm just going to shade smooth this just to actually make it look quite good, and I'm just going to add in a new material. Let's make it a blue and metallic, and we'll take the roughness down just so we can actually see what this actually looks like at present with the actual standard reflections in Blender. So that's what it looks like at the minute. That's a bit of a dark blue. Let's make it a bit, ooh, that's quite pretty. Anyway, so we've got our blue, and what we can do now is we can actually add in a thickness modifier to this sphere. So let's go into spanner or wrench, just like this, add a modifier, and we're going to add in a solidify modifier, and I'm going to make it quite thick, the actual edge that I want, just like that, and then apply it. Step out of edit mode by pressing the tab key, and then apply. As you can see, we've now got this, but we've got a bit of distortion around the holes, just like that, and that's because of the topology. Now we can actually easily cure this by adding in back a subdivision surface modifier, which should actually change the thickness slightly. So subdivision surface, like that, and then apply that. And of course, if you want to actually re-topologize, then it's just the same thing again. Right click, make sure you've got face selected, unsubdivide. Let's just take it back to where it is, and then just hit 2, because I think that's looks quite good. And then we'll come out of edit mode. Let's have a look how it looks with the actual color applied, and as you can see, it's really, really good. Now for your render, this still might not be smooth enough, so what we can do is add in a subdivision modifier, and this is where you can actually ramp it right up, but on the render itself. So if we ramp it up to say 5, which doesn't actually affect the actual complexity of your mesh, but if we look through our camera now and press the 12 key, in fact it won't work because we haven't actually got, if we press that, as you can see, it's a very dark ball, and that's because we haven't added an HDRI. So I'm just going to quickly add an HDRI to our image, which will make it look a bit more real. So environmental texture, open. I've got these saved on my computer. They're all in Polyhaven. And let's just pick anything. Misty Pines. And go into Reddit mode to look what Misty Pines will look like. And we'll take away the background by going into the actual render properties, go down to film, and we'll just actually open film up and set transparency. So as you can see, we've got our ball, and if we render this out now, F12, we've got our ball with our holes in it, which are quite oval. I don't really like that HDRI though. So let's just change that to, let's have a look. Let's see. Studio Country Hall. Let's have a look. As you can see, we've now changed that. And you can actually increase the brightness of your HDRI by altering that strength. And then if we render that again, and there you have it. You've got a ball. Let's have a look. We could do with being a bit closer, so I'm just going to go in a bit closer on my view. Lock it again. F12. And there you have it, the finished ball in your scene. And I'll just do a rotation around this ball so you can actually see it in an animation. Please hit like if you enjoyed this tutorial. I know it was a simple one, but follow me next time when we'll make something more complex with this technique. And you'll probably find it up here in the video. Bye for now.